Working at the dump cause he doesn't commit any crimes. Every single week he sees the same trash can arrive. Never thought to ask why there always was a man inside. But inside a trash can you never know what you can find. Starbucks Wi-Fi and decent audio equipment too. So tune into cold hard trash for you. It's a podcast. Welcome into Cold Hard Trash CRT episode 112. I'm your host, Trashcan Jones.
And I'm Greg, your fellow host.
It is a tired day. We had a long day yesterday, and we are a bit low energy, the both of us, but we're soldiering through. We're bringing out the episodes, making sure we don't miss one. But just know, this is...
Serving up a nice cold plate.
This is taxing for us, so just know that this is, we're doing it for you. Just be a little extra appreciative this week. We'd appreciate it.
In advance.
I have been catching strays left and right for my my want to drink milk. I have at least a glass of milk a day, usually with dinner, depending on what it is. Is that so strange? Are you also not a milk drinker? I never see milk in your fridge, so I don't think you're like a glass of milk drinker, but am I like an alien being?
I think you're not an alien being. I think you were just transferred here from like the 50s.
Well, I have my invincible bones now because of that, probably, so it's at least I get something.
Yeah, I mean, I've known people to do that. I mean, we did that in college.
I'd say
our meal plan, we always had a pitcher of milk out.
I thought everybody did that in grade school. Didn't everybody get their cartons of milk and shit?
Oh, lunch? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, that's in like elementary through high school.
Yeah,
like you get that.
The entire time you're growing up, that didn't set in for anybody else. Like, hey, maybe milk with meals is a good.
Also with dinner, I mean, that's not the same thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's to me, it seems crazier that the idea didn't stick with more people. Like, seeing as how ubiquitous it was that people were just drinking milk. Now all of a sudden, milk's a crazy thing to drink with food.
I mean, it's a bit of a weird thing with dinner sometimes. I feel like it pairs with meatloaf.
A steak, potatoes, glass of milk, and you're invincible. You're literally like a bulletproof human after that. There's nothing better.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think it's like a classic, like, American thing that sort of fell out of style. But I mean, like, it doesn't. I mean, you'll get people that look at you like you're crazy for that.
I don't believe that should be a thing.
They're haters.
Especially, I didn't really think about it too much until we were talking about it just now. But like, especially because so many kids drank milk in school, I feel like it should not be such a strange thing. I feel like there's probably a lot more milk drinkers out there that are just ashamed.
Being a child.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. But I mean, like, other stuff you associate with your childhood is cool shit. Like, people like all the cartoons they were growing up with and stuff like that. That's cool shit. Why can't
going to school and then you stop?
Fucking Michael
and again,
Jordan.
I'm not anti-milk.
Michael Jordan was sitting there with the mustache on his milk mustache on his lip, just fresh glass of milk drank, about to dunk a basketball. I was about to dunk a basketball next. I was gonna be like Mike. I'm sorry, nobody else wanted to be like Mike. Their fault.
Also, like, the whole Got Milk campaign, it was like, I mean, that wasn't the government. That was milk companies.
Yeah, it was just like milk companies.
And then they set up stuff with the government.
Also, how are you going to know how the kids are missing if you don't buy your milk? I don't even think they do that anymore. They should, but that was like a big thing.
We just go to you just go to, what's it called, for you go to Walmart. And then you see, like, the wall, and it says, please look out.
Ah, they do have that. That is pretty sad. I've seen that at Walmart. Sad. I was looking up pictures of leaves and whatnot because I decorated my can for stream just to be full of leaves. And it was a stock photo, which makes me like, whenever I see stock photos, it's like, made with a purpose, right? Like you want like 4 people in suits, like all shaking hands type thing. Like you want that to convey a message or to convey something, some action. One of the photos I found was just a banana on top of a bag of leaves. And it was like a Getty stock image. I'm like, what does this convey? What is this? Who would use this in a professional presentation? Imagine you're raking leaves and you get a banana. This is much like our quarterly reports. Like, how the fuck? How do you convey that? It was the strangest stock image I found because I was like
something where it's not supposed to be.
I guess, yeah, but like banana on leaves, like, well, that's a weird one. Like, why not? Like an apple next to the oranges, stuff like that. Like a cat in the doghouse. Real common one. Banana on leaves seems like a real out there. Which makes me, is there like, it's a whole, obviously, industry. Is there someone who's like in charge of figuring out new stock photos? Because like you probably redo them every once in a while, like the real basic corporate ones. But is there like someone whose job it is to make new stock photos? Like, we need new ideas. Well, how about banana on the leaves?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure like most of them are like just photographers that like go out and they like guide themselves on what they want to take pictures of, and then they sell it to a stock photo company.
Yeah,
I'm sure stock photo companies also commission photographers for specific lines of photos.
Yeah, maybe
some. Also, you think about all the stock photos of like, oh, this is an animal, right? Like this is a shark, and it's on like the poster for Aquaman, and it's also on the poster for Shark Week,
right?
Because someone took a picture of a shark, and like, how often are we going to do that?
Right, get that angle that you want and whatnot. There's only so many.
And then there's like famous places, like chapels and whatnot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You get a bajillion nice pictures of that. You just choose a couple.
That makes more capitalism sense of we're a company that's just going to let other people do the work and then buy it with our money and profit off that work. Man, that makes me a little more sad. I thought it would be like Wendy's test kitchen type stuff where they just got somebody like going to the chalkboard like, maybe a unicycle, but it's empty and half the wheel is missing. What? Is that something?
No. I think that's real.
Like
I
that.
just don't think that that's like 100% of the industry.
Okay. I want to believe that's
like
real.
they gotta get multiple sources.
Right. I want to believe there's one guy in charge of just like trying to drum up some wacky ideas to like set them apart from different stock photo companies or whatever. We're gonna have the only unicycle stock photos. We're gonna corner the market,
and then they're gonna get bought out.
It's the way it goes. You build, you sell. Bing, bang, boom. Run off with the bag.
Also, going back to the milk thing, there is like pretty strong milk lobbies, like farmers and stuff like that, and the government purchases like a large amount of dairy every single year to help keep the industry going.
Huh.
You ever hear about the cheese cave?
No.
Yeah, there's a federal cheese cave that has like tons and tons of cheese in it for like just storage. It's like a reserve, like the oil reserve.
Wow. I guess that kind of makes sense. Canada has the same thing with maple syrup.
It's a food surplus. Why the government currently stores 1.4 billion pounds of cheese.
Good God. Fucking Fort Knox with cheese. That's awesome. That'd be a hell of a heist. Have you ever heard the, it was the reason I bring up the Canadian maple syrup thing, because it was a famous story of, like, they found out they got heisted of, like, hundreds of millions of dollars of maple syrup from the Canadian Reserve. They only found out because they replaced the barrels with water, and then afterwards, like, the barrels started to rust a little bit and had evaporated, and they were like, oh, shit. We didn't check all the barrels.
At that point, they're long gone. They fenced it all.
Yeah, they already, I guess, or ate it all. Like, who the fuck knows? I don't know how you fence maple syrup from the goddamn Canadian Reserve. That's crazy. It's the craziest, like, it's a weird, like, mix of white and blue-collar crime. Like, I don't know where to put it. 'Cause it's like, it's just straight maple syrup. Like, they stole big-ass barrels of maple syrup, like Walt and Jesse style. Like, it seems, but on a large scale.
There's also so we store our cheese in caves, right? We also store our oil in caves.
Yes.
Supposedly, as we're using our oil reserves, there's a critical amount where when we have less than that, the cave can collapse, which makes me question why. If we need to have 400,000 gallons of oil in there or whatever, 1,000,000 gallons of oil in there to keep it from collapsing.
Yeah.
That we just don't have 1,000,000 gallons. We just don't have it in there. We can't use it.
Yeah, I don't know why we're storing it in a cave specifically. There's got to be something we can't get it out of the cave, right? It's one of those things it's if there was an obvious solution that people have probably thought of it and that can't work for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe it's as they start pumping it out, they're only going to get a quarter of the volume before the cave collapses. So they're just I guess we might as well keep it. At,
but why'd you put it in the cave?
Maybe it was already in the cave. Maybe that's the thing.
Millions of. I guess if it was a cave full of oil already, and we're let's just slap some more on there.
And as long as it stays above the certain threshold, you can tap it somewhat continuously. So yeah, it's just the whole thing of just maybe it's not our literal reserve. This is what our backbone is. It's just we have a large reserve of oil. It's not our legitimate reserve that we rely upon, but it is a reserve.
Energy.gov says the Strategic Petroleum Reserve stores it's a capacity of 714 million barrels. I don't know how much they have. I don't think this website would say anything about there being a risk to the source.
Yeah. Wait. I assume that's equivalent of barrels, right? They didn't actually already barrel it and put it down there. I was assuming this was a large, just basically pool of oil, crude and.
I think it is. I think they just. I just think they all I think they use it as a unit of measurement.
Right. Okay, that's what I was expecting, volumetric wise.
Yeah, this pipeline has 400 barrels in it.
Right. 400 barrels a minute going through whatever. It's an easier to grasp measurement than just straight liters or gallons, any kind of fluid volume.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. So I had to go to the dispensary the other day, as I often do, just to pick up my monthly prescriptions. And as I'm going there, there's I usually just show up right when it opens, have my pre-order, bing bang, in and out, 2 minutes. But as I'm walking in, I noticed there's this woman just kind of standing there right outside the door, talking into her phone, doing that thing of having it on speakerphone, but then talking directly into the microphone, that type of shit. On the phone with somebody, kind of looking around. I don't really look at her, make eye contact with her, but I can see she was kind of looking at me, and I'm whatever. She didn't say anything. Walk in, get my stuff, walk out. And it's only now that I'm walking out with the bag that she tries to be oh, hey, excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? I just kept on walking and just kept going because there was somebody walking past me at the same time, so I just kind of played it oh, you were talking to him, or whatever, and just kept on going. So I was and then now that I'm walking out with the bag of goods, you have some questions for me, eh? I don't trust like that. I don't trust what this situation's about to unfold. No, I will not go in and buy you something. She tried to, no, but I just kind of kept walking. A lot of the times people will sit outside dispensaries and be I forgot my thing. Can you run in and grab this thing for me? It's all kinds of shit like that. Not doing that today.
I never really ran into that. For me, it was always someone asking for cash. Because, we talked about this before 100 episodes ago, but the way that purchasing with a card from a dispensary works is that it has to be a cash business, a cash transaction. So they will run your card through the ATM, withdraw the appropriate amount of money, but it has to be rounded, and then you get $3 back or something like that.
Right, rounded to the nearest 10.
So that's what I do.
It could have been, but
I'll throw them the $3.
The one time that I've been actually stopped for the purse was somebody asking me legitimately that, and I got attempted stopped a couple times before, so I wasn't willing to roll those dice if maybe somebody just needed cash. Either way, I take out the exact amount of cash I need and then pay with that exact amount of cash. I didn't have any on me. Wouldn't have been able to help you anyway, lady, if that was the case.
They were going to sting you. That's what they were trying to do. It's a cop.
Yeah, could have been.
And take away your medical card.
Could have been. I
Go
don't
in
want to do
jail.
that. I don't want to do that.
Well, add that to crimes you did not commit.
Yeah, no. I guess that'd technically be like insurance fraud. If I was like using my insurance discounts for other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that would. Or
Even
just
if
making the purchase, even if you didn't use the
I was
discount.
going to say, even if I didn't make the money off it, even just making the purchase would count as fraud, yeah?
I imagine so.
I was doing it under false pretenses.
There's a whole lot of crimes you didn't commit right there.
Yeah.
We need to make that a segment.
On the straight
Crimes
and
Jones
narrow.
did not commit.
Well, that'd be up to you to make. I mean, if I say I didn't commit crimes, and of course nobody believed that. Everybody's going to say they didn't commit crimes, but it's the secondary affirmation. It's like, oh,
The
somebody
character
else
witness.
is saying. Right. You get the character witness in there. That holds a lot more credibility and weight to it.
Yeah. So I'll stand up on the stand for you.
Hell yeah. Appreciate it.
And we have a
Appreciate
recording here saying you didn't do it.
Your Honor, we have evidence. He said he didn't do it. Not only did he say he didn't do it, someone else said he didn't do it. And how many
Yeah.
people are saying I did do it? One? Well, Your Honor.
We outnumber them.
Your Honor, look at the numbers. The math is mathing, Your Honor. Speaking of laws and crimes and whatnot, I wanted to look more into this, but I didn't get a chance to. Apparently, it's a case getting kicked around a bunch of different courts, and going up to the Supreme Court is the most recent development, where there was a case like back in the 80s, I guess, where somebody was running for like the Supreme Court seat in New York or something like that, a justice seat. Some high-ranking political official, and because he found out that he rents videotapes from the same store as his opponent, he was able to be like, "Oh, hey, video store owner, let me get the record of everything that guy's rented." And there was no law against it. The guy was just like, "Yeah, whatever, I don't give a fuck." And then they published those tapes in the newspaper. Ended up being a really big nothing burger because the guy just like cowboy movies and romantic comedies and stuff, like nothing crazy. But it became a whole big thing of like, oh shit, if people can just like get that information, that's not good. That you need to have like written consent before you can do that. And they quickly wrote it into law of like anybody who provides a video service, they have to have written consent before they're able to give away your data. And somebody recently looked into that and was like, hey, wait a minute. Well, you signed up for like, I think it was an account for SportsIllustrated.com, got shown a video ad, and then sued them. It's
Nice.
like, because I didn't give you my permission to send all my data out, and you're giving me videos, so get the fuck out of here. And it's been kicking around a lot of different courts, and it might be a real big blow to the advertising tracking stuff. If you're wondering why this whole cookie thing showed up, of like why they're asking you permission, this is why.
And you said that. Wait, you said this was in like England or something?
No, it was in America. It was in
This is
New
America?
York
Oh,
back in the 80s, where I think it initially got kicked in. And then recently a guy like reread that and realized the wording of the law just said video, not specifically like videotape or anything like that, because they wrote it in kind of hastily. So yeah, he's like basically trying to exercise that. So if you're wondering why more recently the websites have been like specifically having to ask you for your cookies and data, this is why. They're preemptively getting on the thing of like, shit, we might have to reassess how we do things.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if there's been a law this entire time about not. I mean, I guess it's like a video specific thing, but
Right, that's kind of how
Yeah.
it got hit. Is it was made for videotape specific things, but then they read the law and it was like, oh, it just says video, period. Like that's not specific to videotape, so it could apply to this, and that's what the courts are currently trying to figure out.
yeah, imagine you're running for office and someone's like, "Hey, this guy rented Click."
This guy's an Adam Sandler fan.
Don't
What a
vote for
fucking
him.
bozo.
Yeah,
Guy's never even seen Citizen Kane. You really gonna vote for him?
you haven't seen Citizen Kane.
No, I haven't. I was gonna say neither have I, but it's one of those movies where I feel
Yeah,
like
well, that's why you're not. That's why you're not in office, buddy.
it's one of those movies where it's been like almost every single scene I feel like has been not represented, but like referenced in another piece of media to where I was like, oh yeah, I could probably watch that movie and be like, oh yeah, the entire time.
I've had an experience before where I'm like, oh, that's where like all of this shit comes from. Like if you see like a parody episode or whatever and you don't get it.
Right. Yeah, we just went through that with Earthbound. We're like, oh yeah, that's where Undertale gets that from.
Exactly. What are you mentioned that you noticed that, but like what are some of the biggest things in your opinion that Undertale just sort of straight ripped?
The biggest thing is just like the comedy tone and like where the things of like, oh yeah, here's this really silly thing and it really means nothing, but that's all the comedy of it. Like the biggest thing I can think of, or just off the top of my head, is like when you're going to ride the trains in Mother 3, it's like, oh yeah, the train's real cheap. It's just $5 to ride. Or you could ride the green train. That's the real expensive one. It's $20 per ticket. And if you buy the green train ticket, it's just a green train takes you. And then you get to the end and it says, you feel good about riding the green train. And that's it. It's just the whole shit. It's like, okay, well, it's exactly what I expected. I don't know what I expected, but I got it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the entire, like, Undertale does that a lot with, like, Thunder Snail. Like, you watch snail racing, and it's the most not exciting thing. You're like, oh, yeah, it's kind of what I expected.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like an anti-joke in the way where there's no real punchline. It's the fact that there isn't any type of real payoff for it.
Exactly.
They hyped it up. Okay.
A lot of that anti-joke and then a lot of, like, turning the joke on its head, like, exactly what you think would happen, like, the exact opposite happens, too. A lot of stuff like that. It's really fun.
What about the suspiciously shaped lamp? That's a joke that Toby Fox really likes.
The suspiciously shaped lamp, I believe, is... I don't think it's a reference in anything specific into Earthbound, or the Mother series, at least that I've found, other than just a lot of the times they'll have, like, a set piece that's, like, the foreground that a character will just reveal themselves from. Like a bush or a tree or something like that.
And that's like Sans appearing. But the suspiciously shaped lamp is a thing that you hide behind because Frisk, the character, has the exact same, like, outline.
Right. I think that's just one of those, like, the same kind of humor, just like the anti-joke. Like, oh, you need a place to hide? Like, well, you can hide behind that lamp. It's shaped exactly like you. Like, oh, of course it is. Like, it's the perfect place to hide. It's good times. I'm in the middle of, I think it's chapter 7 in Mother 3 right now, which I'm told is the big, long, double chapter where I'm getting to do a whole lot of stuff. I'm meeting the Mr. Saturns. That's what I'm doing right now. I just got to Saturn Valley. So excited. Can't wait.
Nice. I'm also remembering now, so we had our conversation previously about, violence in TV and stuff, right? And, like, how I was saying that I don't necessarily think that just because Invincible is popular that, like, this, like, high level of violence is necessarily going to be, like, yeah, like some other shows will start incorporating it, but I don't necessarily think it's just a raised bar that's here to stay as much as it's a trend type of thing that would pass. And I feel like there's something there with how you noticed that the similarities in between Earthbound and Undertale, right? Because, I mean, hey, you love Earthbound, right? And you love Undertale. They're both really funny, but, like, just because they're doing a similar thing, in a similar way, as opposed to it being, like, a level of violence thing, pushing a particular bar, it's a type of humor that isn't necessarily being replicated everywhere either.
Yeah, no, the humor-wise, definitely, I would say it has that same kind of, like you're saying, not setting the bar, but just, like, laying the landscape a little bit more and, like, being able to build off it. But I'd say gameplay-wise, it definitely was, like, a setting the thing of, like, people now expect a lot of the RPGs to have, like, Undertale. I don't even know if Mother does, but, like, Undertale does, like, your decisions matter, having a different routes of, like, pacifist versus the killing everybody route and things like that, having secret endings, like, all that's kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say expected, but, like, if that makes a good RPG, a good, especially pixel RPG, having that kind of depth. And I think that was kind of, if not popularized by Mother, because I haven't finished Mother 3, I don't know what the ending maybe plural are like, I have no idea, but Undertale definitely popularized, like, you need to be able to have play the game a bunch of different times and get, like, different stuff out of it. Which I guess it's not even, like, popularized, because
I would
RPG
argue
Maker games did that too.
that wasn't even an entirely original Undertale thing. Have you ever played Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yeah, of course. That has like multiple branching paths on GameCube.
Yeah. Each time you're supposed to play the entire game through to get all the endings, and there's like 16 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big JRPG thing, too. So you're right. It's not, like, exactly specific to that. But I feel like when Undertale did it, now it's just become a thing. Like, almost every pixel RPG now keeps that in the back of their mind as, like, a standard that they set.
Mm-hmm. If people like it, yeah. Because another thing, too, is that with multiple endings, you're incentivizing people to obviously play the game again. Mm-hmm. And to spark conversation about it.
Right.
Which would inspire other people to purchase it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the RPG Maker games that in the past, like I can think of like Witch's House, Mad Father, that had it wasn't multiple endings, it just had like the alternate true ending. That was like the original concept of it, right? You can get like the bad ending or do everything right and get the true ending. But Undertale took that the step farther of like your decisions, what you do, are going to matter, and you get. I think there's only technically 3 endings in Undertale, right? Pacifist, genocide, and then whatever the middle is, just normal.
Yeah, well, the middle one there's true pacifist, which is the true ending. Then there's genocide, which permanently changes all your subsequent runs.
Right.
And then there's a bunch of ones in between, like just
bunch?
depending on.
There's only the one.
There's just like oh, you killed like only Papyrus. Like I did because I thought I had to. I didn't think
really?
it allowed me to. Yeah, on my first time.
Sad.
And I did also do true pacifist, and then I went to do genocide, and Sans beat me, which he's really hard canonically to make sure that you don't finish that run. But no, I killed Papyrus the first time through because I thought I had to.
Damn. Of all the characters.
And Sans is pissed.
Didn't kill Endine, fucking killed Papyrus right away. Or Undine.
Yeah, I did not kill Undine because, I don't know, I think I pissed off Sans, and he's like, why'd you kill my brother? And I was like, wait, there's an option otherwise? But maybe that happens later.
I was going to say, if you killed specifically Papyrus, if you actually attacked Undine, then she gets her, like, genocide form, because Papyrus being dead. You didn't even have to do the genocide run to get that super hard boss fight.
Really?
I'm pretty sure, because once you kill her, it's Papyrus that, like, she, like, thinks back to, and, like, in the genocide run anyway. So I would think that Papyrus being dead is the only trigger.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the genocide run as a whole, because that's what sets you on a different path for the most part.
Oh, it might, yeah. I'm just learning that there's so many different ones, like, throughout the middle, so yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, but there's not that big of a difference. It's really just sort of like what Sans says to you at the end and, like, the fates of all the characters.
Yeah, dialogue
being
different, because characters just aren't there and stuff.
And it also includes the pacifist ending, which is you just don't kill anyone, but you don't do any of the side quests necessary to unlock the true ending. Because you have to go to, like, the secret lab thing.
The
you got to get, like,
stuff.
Actually, I don't even know if they actually mention Gaster at all in any of the runs of the game. He's, like, in the files.
Oh.
Good old Wingding Gaster.
Yeah, that's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the way that works is that there's a fun value, which is randomly assigned at the, like, when you open up the game the first time. And at specific fun values, not over a threshold, but certain ones, there's a door that is open, like, just, otherwise it would have been a wall, in, like, one of the hallways. And you can, like, walk in,
I vaguely
and then
remember
you see
this.
Gaster, and then he disappears. And it may have also not been, like, you maybe even need to edit the files to, like, get that in the first place. But that's, like, all there is to Gaster.
Fucking hero brain shit.
That and the skull things that Sans shoots you with in the genocide run, those are called Gaster blasters in the files, which, again, is not something you'd be able to access, but it is named that.
Wild. Yeah, that is an impressive amount of depth. just to have for that pixel RPG. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast. But my favorite is when those RPGs and stuff like that actually change the files of your game. Like I played
You're
a couple
telling me about
more
this,
ones like
yeah.
that. It's so cool. Or just Frenzy to the desktop, your files are different, and you're like, oh god, it's not over. The game's over, but it's not over.
I know I never played it, but Doki Doki Literature Club is a horror game that was
think
like
they do that,
packaged
yeah.
as a dating sim, and they were really popular for having done that.
Yeah, it's like all your files turn to Monica.
That is actually how everything changes for the genocide run. Like after you do the genocide run, any ending you get like is automatically a bad ending. Because like you'll do the true ending and then you like go to bed or whatever, and then whatever the character's name is, like Frisk is you, and then there's another name
Chara, isn't
of Chara. Yeah, Chara is the evil previous kid. And if you finish the genocide run, Char like takes over and like does the black screen thing, and then eventually lets you go through it all again, and then you get all the way to the end, the true ending, and you lay in bed, and then your face suddenly turns into Chara, and there's like an evil laugh that implies that like then he just goes around and kills everyone.
So now that they're all rounded up,
but it is saved. It is a change in the files. Like the flag is set permanently, and then that gets like it also gets changed in Steam side. There's like a flag that's set up there, and then if you were to like even uninstall and reinstall the game, it would still happen.
Whoa.
You have to like turn off cloud saves and like know how to edit the files to remove it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, perma bad ending.
Wild. Oh, what's hilarious? I have a note about this I want to get out before we end the pod. Have you heard the most recent like Mint Mobile ads? Their new like slogan. It's funny
No.
as shit. They do a whole thing of it's Mint Mobile, $15 a month. There's no catch. And then followed by them having to say all of the catch like fucking really fast. It's hilarious. Their whole thing is, if you don't know the grift of Mint Mobile, it's not exactly a grift. Their whole thing is like people aren't going to want to switch phone carriers that often. So we give you $15 a month plan, and they literally say it up front. Like this $15 a month plan is only you only get $15 a month for the one time that you switch and get this plan. After that, you go to a way higher rate plan that's a little more comparable to what you're paying now. But they're just banking that you're not going to switch back after that because you already switched the first time. So the whole shit is literally like, oh, use Mint Mobile. There's no catch. But by the way, the catch is that after the first year, we're not doing this shit anymore that we're advertising. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, thanks.
They have to admit there is a catch.
There's no catch except for
What
the
a slogan, though.
It's literally, it's so funny because they make so many people say not only the whole slogan but also the whole catch afterwards. So like a lot of people don't even say it fast. They're just like, there's no catch. $15 a month, only available for first plan, $30 2-month or $180 12-month equivalent. Afterwards, rates change. It's just like the most. It does when you say it fast, you can kind of sneak it by. When you just got a guy reading it, it's like this is shit. This is bullshit. You're serving up.
There is there's an ad that I saw recently for Peoria, Illinois. That's just like, you want to come to the some crazy vacation. Well, that's not us. You can come. You can see a concert. You can eat at a restaurant. It's a perfectly reasonable weekend.
That's not us. Come to Peoria. We got like 6 out of 10 stuff.
Yeah, we got some restaurants. We got some concerts.
You know what? Good for knowing their lane, because when you have shit like Paris, Illinois, where they have like, look at our little Eiffel Tower, it's like, who gives a shit? You know, like you're trying, you're swinging out of your league.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good ad, because at the end of the day, it's like you're just trying to convince like local families with like kids, like, hey, you can still have some type of vacation. Just
exactly.
Go to Peoria.
It's like fucking Galena, Illinois.
Easy.
You ever been to Galena? Beautiful place.
I haven't.
It's historic. It's out in the fucking sticks, so there's like nothing there except for the old ass houses and like 2 McDonald's. It's a great place. It's a great place to spend a weekend. Probably
A
not
reasonable
to live,
weekend.
I can't. A reasonable weekend. I can't imagine fucking living out there though.
Mm-hmm.
It is far from everything.
So I'm outing myself here as someone who gets sucked into watching TV clips on Instagram on occasion. I'll admit it.
Doom scrolling.
So, Instagram has this new feature, automatically translate with AI. And what they do is that they'll use AI to change the person's mouth to make it look like they're saying those actual words. So first off, there was one that I saw, automatically translated AI of I think is Daddy Yankee, right?
Daddy Yankee? I don't know who that is.
Despacito. Yeah.
Oh.
It says Luis Fonsi. Featuring Daddy Yankee. Okay. So Luis Fonsi talking through the lyrics of Despacito or like singing it, and they translate it to just like him saying the words like slowly, we're gonna have sex on a beach, slowly. And it's just so fucking weird.
Slowly, that's what
huge fail there.
Despacito means, right? It's just slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It does not come across the same way in English.
Not nearly as sexy.
Nah.
And then, as you know, I watch these like movie clips and stuff like that. They also have them in other languages, which I guess I never thought about, but it makes sense.
Right.
And then they'll resync the like faces on the screen. They'll like change them so that they're saying the words when it's supposed to be a voiceover, and it's so fucking weird. Like I never expected to see that before, and then like the actor in the scene, like Giancarlo Esposito, is just like talking about the situation when he's like in prison or some shit, just explaining what this other guy is doing next to him. Like,
wild.
Very weird. I thought it was the creators deciding to do this very weird thing, but it's automated. So, just picked it up.
I guess that's one way to use it. It definitely would be jarring, though. You're right. I feel like the biggest use for AI is memes, where like you're very clearly using the AI. Like the best example I could think of is the Breaking Bad one I sent you, where it just redoes the scenes. Someone knocks on the door and gets shot, and you think that of me? Yep. I am the one who gets shot. It's so good. Even though it's a little bit off and not Walt's voice, it's just hilarious to be like, yep, I am the one who gets shot.
But even then I still prefer like the original like YouTube poop style cuts doing that stuff.
See, I don't know. The YouTube poop cuts were definitely like a lot more like jarring, but I feel like it's just a little more like I could see that as just a meme of like, you know, the panels and then a text underneath it, right? And that would still be pretty funny. But the fact that you're able to just add a voice to that, like, all right, I give it the pass. I like it a little bit. I think that's the only thing I can give allowance to AI for is memes where it's very clearly not or very clearly used AI.
Mm-hmm. Did we ever talk about those Charlie Kirk memes, all the AI ones?
The AI ones? No, I don't think so. We talked about Littlest Pet Shop Charlie Kirk, but I don't remember the AI Charlie Kirk memes.
True, yeah. So I'm surprised you missed this, but there are like an absolute ton of them. Like people were saying that some of these models got like permanently changed by how many people were replacing faces with Charlie Kirk's.
Oh man. Oh my god.
And so a lot of these memes were associated with crypto. Like someone mints a new type of Kirk coin or whatever, and they pump out a shit ton of these memes, and then something about like making the memes increases the value of the coin.
Wait, what?
Yes.
So there's probably farms of people making AI Charlie Kirk's coins and then memes and then just like somehow profiting?
Yeah, I don't know where the profit comes in, but it comes from a rug pull. I don't know how the coin gets boosted by this, but it's crypto, so who knows? But But yeah, people are claiming that they see Charlie Kirk's face in like other AI generated stuff because
That's wild.
they think that the entire model was permanently changed by just creating so much Charlie Kirk.
That's crazy.
That's just what they like. There's like features of his that it just thinks that are like default for faces.
Right. God damn. I wonder if that's something that like the model pulled that from all data and search results, or if that's like just from the what you call it, the people using the model and putting Charlie Kirk in there. Because I wonder if that's just like, Charlie Kirk's in the zeitgeist, people are making memes about him, pictures of him, everyone everywhere, or if they're literally like using the AI model to recreate Charlie Kirk a bunch of times for whatever fucking reason. That's crazy. Either way, it had that much of an impact.
Yeah, all to pump some coin. It's crazy that that's his legacy. Like, I feel like people know him more from like this Carry the Flame, all these crazy ass memes, like making fun of him from both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all trolls, but like conservative trolls too.
Yeah, they don't really talk
like,
about him much anymore.
Yeah, like the actual shit he said, like no one seems to care. It's crazy.
You wonder why, because a lot of the stuff he said was very anti-Israel, especially towards the last up-and-coming months, and that side of the party has to not be that for forever, it seems. Whoever knows how long.
Yeah, both parties. I mean,
yeah, that's a real unfortunate part. One of them is at least has some the parts that are actively against it vocally, but who knows how much that even matters.
Well, I would honestly say that both parties have like a lot of people that identify with one of the other parties, like a constituent who are anti-Israel on both sides.
Yeah. American politics are going to get real squirrely in the next couple years. The only actual politician doing shit, like, he's literally, like, people commenting, like, oh, so this shit can actually get done? They were just lying to us this whole time? The amount of this... He's just doing everything that he set out to do. Like, yeah, I'm just going to go build a bunch of water fountains. I'm going to fix a bunch of roads. All the shit that's broke, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to get everybody some money. I'm going to do it all.
He is not going to arrest Netanyahu, though, like he said he was going to.
Yeah, he said that
to be fair, he couldn't.
Yeah.
The city of New York was not.
The federal government would probably just come and arrest him then afterwards, though, unfortunately.
No, he put out a video saying that he didn't have the authority to do so.
Right, but I mean, what does authority mean?
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, you could do that. I don't know if you can get diplomatic immunity if you're a diplomat of this country, though. I think it's from foreign countries, and it's because, like, it's literally a thing of, like, we'll give you immunity in this country
not
because...
An American.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, you say he's not an American?
Netanyahu?
Oh, I thought you were talking about getting Mamdani immunity so that he could just do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Oh, no, he can't make the arrest because of diplomatic immunity within the states. I believe that's the case.
Bullshit. Do it anyway. What has authority mattered? And we've learned in these last couple of years, you can just do whatever you want. Crime's legal now.
Yeah, he put out the video. The thing is, I never expected him to, really. I mean, he was just like, New York does not welcome you. That's the most I can do.
Yeah.
Take that.
Hopefully everybody eggs his cars coming in. Hopefully he gets a whole carton of eggs thrown on him.
Yeah, dude, that's like $50.
That's a lot of money. That'd be a pretty powerful statement.
Following his car with like a basket with a towel in it, trying to catch them.
Good eggs.
Make breakfast.
Can't waste that. I went to a Culver's the other day, and as I got my order pulled up, because they do the whole thing, like, they'll bring it out to your car instead of just giving it to you at the window, like other fast food places. And as I'm pulling up waiting for my food, I just kind of hear, like, someone going through the motions of taking the order of a drive-through, but it's just getting closer to me. And then I look over, and like this lady, without missing a beat, is like taking the order for the drive-through, gets in, like presses the mute, gets into her car, like grabs something out of her car, like puts it back on, like talking to her, puts it back, like back and forth, taking the order, getting stuff out of her car, goes back into the building, and just continues working. Didn't miss a beat. It was impressive as hell.
That is impressive. I respect it.
Right? I didn't even know the headset can go that far.
I've had it before. I was like taking out the trash, and I've answered it before back in good old Taco Bell days.
It was pretty sweet. Did you ever
I
do a
ran
whole
inside and I
order
tapped all the buttons.
while you were outside the building? And then you come in, take their money, and you feel like you probably thought I was inside the building talking to you. You don't even know.
Well, I have to come inside, punch in the order, and then wash my hands.
You're not touching the
good to
food,
go.
are you?
Alright.
You're touching the money if you're at the first window.
The bag. Only one window.
Yeah, that's right. Most fast food places just do that now. Culver's is one of the last bastions of they still got the two windows, but they don't even give you the food at the window. Oh no, Culver's has the single window. Now that I'm thinking about it, it is only the one, and then you pull up. The Culver's by me anyway. The Culver's I went to.
Yeah, I think it. I don't know if there's a standard because like people like franchises will open and then they'll buy an existing building or whatever with a drive-through.
Yeah,
and
that's probably what it is. Honestly,
it's just whatever they got.
That be the truth. And now that electronic
And
payment is so
places like-
easy.
Yeah, but they also got places like Portillo's and
Chick-fil-A.
In-N-Out Burger, and I think some Culvers do this too, where they just send a guy to like walk down the line and get all the orders.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A's real popular for that. It's real shitty. Chick-fil-A does the, I guess, I don't know if I would call it extra shitty or like, I guess good on them that they do that, but when it's raining, they still make them go out and do that, but they give them like basically little collapsible, not even ponchos, like it's a whole booth that they wear. That's like a little rainproof thing. It's like I guess good that you give them something, but still boo you that you're making them go out and do that shit. You have a drive-through.
Yeah, right.
Just let it be slow. It's a rainy, shitty
Sounds
day.
goofy though.
It's really goofy. It's the whole because they have to do the whole thing of like the POS system. Like they give you the machine to give you your cards. Like they need more than just the poncho. They have a whole shtick. At Portillo's when it's raining, I'm pretty sure they just don't send motherfuckers out there. They're like, we're not doing that.
It makes sense.
But Chick-fil-A, they're closed on Sundays, so they got to make up for it every single bit of the day. Dumbasses. Hey, I got this great idea. There, let me give you a peek into Chick-fil-A corporate. Guys, I got this great idea. How about let's make less money? Genius. Get this guy a fucking promotion. He's making the CEO. Wait, why are we making less money? Jesus. Oh, CEO times 2. Times 4.
I think, like, realistically, it helps them cultivate that Christian image, which is part of their
yeah,
brand,
that's
which
the
gives them
balance,
their
right?
Sales in the first place.
They don't have the sales on Sunday, but then the balance is that they have that more of a brand, not even recognition, but you're right, like brand alignment, I guess, with that. That's the trade-off that they go for, but I think it's still stupid.
Maybe it is. I never did finances for a fast food like entire company.
I never have either, but every time I watch Kitchen Nightmares and Gordon Ramsay learns they're not open 7 days a week, he's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Do you not want money?
Yeah, well, I worked in a restaurant before when it was opening, like, initially, and I was working there 7 days a week.
Damn, that's what you
That's
gotta
why
do.
I quit, actually. So I was like, I need a day off. I don't need, like, they tried to move my schedule to be from open to close to, like, noon to close, still every day, and I was like, no, I'm looking
I'd
for,
say
like,
if you're
an
not
actual
running
day
or
off.
owning the
Like,
restaurant, fuck that.
Well, that's what, like, every restaurant does when it's opening up. You get, like, a bunch of overtime.
I mean, I feel like it would be better to, like, stagger it, especially if you want to build a deep bench of a shift. Every other day have people come in, you know? It's going to take a big workforce, but, I mean, it's worth the penny. Have a lot more retention that way. Instead of paying, 20 people overtime and you only keep 10 of them after the fact, you pay 30 people regular time and you keep 20 of them, you know?
Yeah. Well, also, like, the overtime, like, it's a restaurant, so cash business.
Right.
do some shady stuff. I just got like my regular time in cash.
Right. I
Maybe
assume
shouldn't have
it's
said that.
I assume it's a lot of like short-term bet hedging for stuff like that. You don't have a lot of cash on hand, especially when you open a restaurant, so it's all like budget-related things like that. It
When
is
you end up
cheaper
getting
to
a
hire
ton of
less people.
cash.
And yeah, if it's you're making a lot on tips, it's probably a lot less, salary pay, whatever it would be. Does you call it a salary if you get paid like the $3 an hour plus tips or whatever it is?
I mean, that's hourly.
Yeah,
plus
that's just
tip.
your hourly wage. Which is some bull ass shit. The fact that they could just be like, yeah, we will pay you not a livable wage because you're expected to just get free money from the goodness of people's hearts.
Yeah, I really don't get that. Like how we can still pay them. It's like $3.12 an hour
It's crazy.
for tip positions.
And it's like, and you're just expected to like, literally, to like bank on the generosity of people. It's fucking bull ass. Pay people regular shit. Pay them $10 an hour, $12 an hour. Maybe not like as much as the cooks or as much as everybody else. Like they'll still be the lowest on the shift poll or whatever you need for the pay scale. And then getting tips, but pay them a living wage. Christ's sakes.
Well, they also need to tip out like other workers, like the busboy. So they have to split
Yeah, that's
what
even,
they get.
Damn. Thumbs down to the restaurant industry.
Yeah. Well, some people like there's some servers that are like really successful and they like the system because they end up pulling in a lot in tips, but at the end of the day, it's like
some
it's the
people are really good at
customer
MLMs
subsidizing-
too because they're real personable and have a lot of people that are real stupid that want to give them money. Doesn't mean that MLMs are a good thing.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
That was a whole Bob's Burgers episode where Linda gets caught into an MLM and she realizes like, oh, my friend is just really personable and knows a lot of people and everybody loves her, but all the other people that like love her are not that way and cannot sell the essential oils. And she doesn't even realize that she's like doing a grift just because she's a really nice, personable person and everybody just loves her. She doesn't realize that she's ruining their lives because they can't sell the oils. Because of course they don't want to tell her that. They want to keep being like, yeah, oils are great.
Yeah, there's this company Vector that sell knives, and they contacted pretty much everybody from my high school right after graduation trying to get them into that.
I remember there was a guy on my dorm room floor that was trying to sell Vector knives. And I was like, what kind of market do you think you're going into? College dormitory students that need fucking chef's knives. I don't want to pay $60 for anything right now. There's $60 in my bank account as a freshman in college. Like, I'm not spending it on a knife. You stupid.
Right?
Ridiculous.
I do wonder if they're good knives, though.
I mean, probably, but who gives a shit? It's fucking, I'm not buying knives from a goddamn knife salesman. I'll go the Gordon Ramsay standard or whatever. If I'm going to buy nice knives, I'll go for an actual kitchen professional's opinion. No matter what that person tells me a knife salesman can sell me, I need to cut like a watermelon in half before I can blink. Be like, cool, you're not Gordon Ramsay. You're not a chef who uses knives every day. This is some bullshit. I refuse to believe.
Yeah, I would have sucked at it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could ever
If I
be
was a
like
knife
a
salesman.
salesman, especially when that's that type of shit. Like you kind of know, like you're not really, can't be earnest about it. Like I don't give that much of a shit about knives. Like I wouldn't be able to sell those. Like these are the best things in the world.
You remember when we were like our early mid-20s? I don't know. I personally felt like a lot of people I knew were like hopping onto MLMs and stuff like that and like posting it on their Instagram.
Oh yeah. A lot of those people were
Caught.
the college dropouts or had never gone to college, and they were like, "I got a better route."
Someone said, "Hey, here's a way to make a bunch of money."
What do I need this
So it
whole
requires an
college
investment.
for?
Investing in yourself. Ooh.
Not to advocate for the educational system because it's also a crapshoot. Spent 3 years applying for jobs, but I'm told I don't have 15 years of experience, even with my damn degree.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of more on the employers than.
Yeah, no, it's more than the educational system. It's its own crapshoot, but for not that reason. It's its own time.
At the end of the day,
winding around, slinging around shit.
At the end of the day, I didn't believe it before getting a job, but it is just really who you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Like someone in the company that can be like, oh yeah, like we should hire this guy.
Especially because I was looking at statistics. It was just kind of thrown in front of my face. Like today I learned, because there's just like so much ease of access to education, like the amount of people that had college degrees, it's like, I don't know, like 30% of Americans as opposed to like 10% that it was 10, 15 years ago. So there's just like an abundance of actual skilled labor that's able to be filled. So it is coming down to just who you know. They're not really, there's no shortage of that, unfortunately. No shortage of people with just a college degree and a connection. All that's gone.
Yeah. I remember when I was in like middle school or like early high school, they were like, hey, we're going to need like a shit ton of computer scientists.
Mm-hmm.
So you should go to school for computer science. I didn't, but I feel like a lot of computer scientists still have trouble getting hired nowadays just because there's less work than we thought there was going to be.
It's the classic move. Don't go into the trades. Computers are the future. And now the trades they need more work because computers are too full. And AI is taking their jobs. Ebbs and flows. Shits it goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully being our own bosses is going to be a better investment.
Yeah. Biggest podcast ever.
Yeah, we should. I don't know. Does it cost any money to open up a Patreon? We should start doing like Patreon content, little extra things if people want to pay dollars for us. And then what we can do is we have our regular $5 tiers we put on. Because I have a couple of ideas too that we could do for that. I'll bring up to you afterwards.
Allegra chicken.
It might be Allegra chicken. Might be one of them. But we could do the $5 tiers, right, where everybody gets their things. But then we also just do the $1 million tier. Just in case anybody's got a spare milli laying around and wants to kick it over to your old boys. Bing, bang, boom. Set for life.
Someone did do an app like that before. It was called I'm Rich, and it was put on the Apple App Store, and I think he had to refund the money.
The classic is the book How to Make like $300 or whatever. It's just a book that's cost $300.
Damn.
It's so good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I think that is an appropriate time. We got to the full hour of this episode. We almost ended it early 2 different times. Once on accident, once on purpose, but then brought it back. It is an interesting episode.
I'll edit it down. You'll never know.
We did good. We did it right. But thank you for tuning in this episode of Cold Hard Trash, CRT episode 112. I've already done this once before, but it feels weird. But if you liked what you listened to, rate it 5 stars because it's a good time, and you know it is because you were listening to it. And what, were you having a bad time when you were sitting here listening to it? That's a lie. You lying to me now? I thought we were friends. Get out of here. Get out of my house.
See you.